같이 영리한 플레이. 네, 나와. 간질로 간다.
What?
So SKT are going to have that true flex and now a power pick in the jungle.
So
Oh,
far,
wow.
knows
Oh!
it's the BBQ special!
Hello!
Ellis, thankfully, is sitting with us on the desk and can talk about this bottom lane that's just been locked in. No, I did not stop.
Talia.
Oh, that is going to be that first blood coming in! We couldn't even let the SKT fans cheer because they lost Marta in the first minute.
Turret dive timing as well. They do this on blue side all the time.
And they now have a Pantheon who just accidentally tanked the turret. That could be a bad news story, but the stun is still going to come in. Marta could be falling down for the second time in 3 minutes, but no! The flash comes forward and the teleport to save SKT.
You know, if not for BBQ, we would not see it from Griffin. We'll hold it for now, though. First, talk about this turret dive. The passive goes down, and suddenly this becomes hard.
Yeah, Pantheon has to leave the turret aggro just a little bit sooner than he would have liked to. He could have opened that up with just a Q or an auto attack and then convert into the W, get his passive back. The scary thing about this as well is that Ezreal, he doesn't have teleport, so all the pressure that's able to be exerted early on can be really scary.
Yeah, Chovy is going to go into the Shroud.
This is sad.
And just gets out very easily.
So Tarzan says, thank you very much. I'll have an Infernal, and Sword wants a pony.
Exactly, 300 health now. On to Khan, he's in trouble. No teleport available. We'll have a turret here. Clid waiting around. Ultimate's going to be traded here. That's going to be the solo kill for Sword. It's traded back, but they get everything for that one.
And it's as well, so if he wants to be back in lane and flexing, he can. Khan sticking around on 400 health. We see double pony ultimate. That's a lot of onslaught of shadows. The end result is that Clid wipes away, but the gold doesn't. Okay, Carly's on a back timing here, so we'll hold on to that.
He has teleport too.
SKT, they should be able to burst this one down. It is taken by Clid very close as Tarzan tries to launch forward. Realm Warp gets SKT out of there, but have they gone far enough? The man drop comes forward, doesn't do too much. Onslaught of shadows into the back line as Sword gets himself into his Zhonya's. Can he escape? The answer is yes. The dash comes back up and now Viper is here to give him some cover fire. Griffin.
Ulting like a support player and not like a carry. You gotta ult under the turret, you gotta give them no escape. Two ults
like
in a row. I've been a little bit too defensive. 60 health on the Infernal. Almost a completion here, but it's two almost in a row against a team who's looking to scale, and they don't actually gain anything through all of these buttons being pressed.
Yeah, this is the second time now he's ulted where they were rather than where they'll be.
He knows what Pantheon's supposed to do.
But you can't show the Pantheon really either, right? Just like, I looked for Sonatari.
From teammates here as...
We got a Realm Warp. He's going to come forward. Sword stole it though. He's going to use it to try and get out, but Clid is there to pick him up. Yeah, SKT looking for their second one. Teleport's going to come in from Griffin. They do not want to give this one away. It's Chovy. He's going to join the fight. Half the health bar now on the Dragon as Lahens just happy to walk on over. Gets Khan out of the fight as Redemption does come down. It's going to be a 50-50 as Tarzan is in this pin as Sword goes into his first Sonya's. The steal comes in. Griffin have locked down the Dragon, and Faker in the back of the pin is trying to kill Sword, but he's so frustrating finally. Teddy locks him down, and now Tarzan. Stopwatch ain't going to be enough, and Chovy is now waiting in the gates, but SKT don't care. They get themselves into the correct position, pick themselves up a double for their man in the mid lane, and SKT may have turned it.
Griffin get the steal, but SKT's able to make it front to back. This is the time they were looking for.
Yeah, this
and
is
they
another
Realm
Warp. It's Faker's one this time, as True Shot Barrage is even going to help try and take Chovy down.
Chasing the Akali, who is so hard to get to, things can go wrong. Big thing to note here is, yes, the objective is stolen, but to do that, SKT can get into a defensive formation. Then it looks like every other team fight you've seen at home that you played in, where the AD carry gets to free hit and the threat level goes down.
Yeah, and the thing here is that Chovy, he just can't get into the fight until it was too late. Teddy jumps into the Dragon Pit. Chovy jumps immediately at the opportunity to enter into the backline. But it doesn't matter because the backline is now the front line, and Griffin doesn't have any members remaining.
Well, it's hard to take the big purple worm as this composition.
And now are we already at the point where it needs to be sleight of hand from Griffin?
Wow.
So Griffin needs to show one magic trick and then reappear
against the Griffin team comp. You can't suddenly Weaver's Wall in and do a Pantheon ult. They'll just run.
Faker jumps on over, but it does get interrupted. Faker gets his passive shield. He's down very low. Now finally goes into the stopwatches of the Weaver's Wall. Actually blocks Chovy. He has to flash to get over the top. Mata goes golden. It is Faker falling down. Mata the next one to follow, and SKT can't re-enter this fight.
It was so big that they could stop Faker from getting out because they could actually set up on all other temporary terrain. Watch this and notice how different it is to the fight that SKT won around Infernal.
And even though Clid was shadowing Faker, he was still just way too far up. And so the Pantheon ultimate and the Weaver's Wall gets access to him in situations that normally it shouldn't happen because SK Telecom, they know that this is coming.
On a one-way trip to steal it and get out, but I think SKT are smelling a rat and they're being a lot more defensive.
Oh, Sword was looking for it. With the abduct, Realm Warp's going to come in as Faker joins this party. Sword survives just because of that Zhonya's that he had available. Position as Sword's trying to keep him out of there. Are we going to go for the smite here? Can Clid get himself into this pit? They're getting it down very, very low. Mata misses the ultimate, unfortunately, as Chovy's over there. Good knockback comes in. It is going to be picked up by Griffin.
Oh, SKT's, but they're not there.
Yep, well, Clid is going to try and come in for the 50-50. Can he actually get the steal? Realm Warp once again going to try and put Faker in the pit, but no, it's just for the vision. He gets on over, but he's unable to get the steal. Ultimate flies forward from Clid. He flashes to get himself out, but not even Sword is going to die as Teddy very aggressively dives into the Baron pit. But Griffin, once again, it's the grab and go.
And SK Telecom, they're trying.
Expert on Taliyah Pantheon. Literally, we're not even bigging you up here. This is the truth.
It's just objectively true, yeah.
We know that if they don't get the Baron, they lose the game. So a 50-50 chance right now when you can't win team fights is way better than not winning a team fight that you can't win and then not getting the Baron anyway. So they roll the dice and they have to go for it.
Exactly. It's either going to be 10-90 or 50-50 at the Baron. They rolled the 50-50 knowing that it's the best chance that they have. Mountain Drake possibly helped.
Griffin didn't really have a window. They're basically robbing a place. They robbed a
Chovy.
Baron. As, Khan and Clid need to consider their options. Obviously the one you want if it's going to be one, but it's going to be a decent trade. Here we go.
Yep, staying over the side of the wall. Mata does break it, though, and there's the knockup. Mata finds it this time. Lands down to the GA teleport from Griffin as Chovy's finally found the back line. But you can see it's Griffin trying to hold this one up. Khan goes golden, gets the ultimate off, and SKT, they found the team fight they wanted, and they should be able to find the Baron a minute before the Elder.
They punched the Magician.
It was such a ninja maneuver. For the last 20 minutes of this game, Griffin has been, feels like now it's so much more difficult for Griffin to repeat.
Defending Baron is all about posturing, and we know they have no ace up their sleeve. They cannot win front-to-back 5v5 team fights. Teddy is able to just free hit while Khan gets an amazing flank here. The timing on the onslaught shadows after the stopwatch is genius, because if he had ulted earlier, his teammates wouldn't have been in position.
The Hellfire of Viper goes missing.
Realm Warp into the Elder Pit. They've been able to defend this one. They know that Griffin is in their base.
They've got a guard horse here as well, Papa. Teleport going to come in as Lahens gets into position. Chovy inside the pit. The ultimate comes down from Lahens' Viper. Has to go golden and steal as the Pantheon man drops his way into a 4-stack Elder Drake. SKT is still going to be able to grab the kills. Teddy finds even more. It was a heroic steal, but I just don't think it's heroic enough because SKT have routed Griffin and there's only a Chovy that remains.
Chovi's gonna try to buy time, he can't do it. What did you get? Elder Dragon, what did it cost? Everything. SK Telecom T1, I think just end it right now.
Exactly, Chovy is gonna have to try and go back and do something very impressive, but the stop of the back, and SKT have taken game number 1. This is incredible. Griffin tried to run them around for so incredibly long. It didn't matter. In the end, SKT team fought and they won.
The SKT faithful explode, outnumbering Griffin 3-1 it feels like in Jumshill. And man, shades of Worlds 2016 with the Ezreal True Shot Barrage.
If only we could travel back.